Hey, my name is Elias, and this is me when I was about 1 or 2 years old, sitting on my grandfather's lap. His name is Paul. We called him Papa, and even though he passed away about 13 or so years ago, his impact on me is lasting. I can still remember sitting on his lap as a little kid, watching him read stock charts and check the news and play Minesweeper on his desktop. It was the first computer I had ever seen that had 2 monitors, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. He also had this trackball mouse, and it took me forever to get used to moving the actual ball instead of the mouse itself. I was young when I discovered these things, so you can imagine the fascination I had with them. All these new things inspired curiosity in me. I wanted to learn how these new pieces of technology worked, why he chose to use them, and if I could learn to use them myself. Papa was also an engineer. He worked for IBM. He made us grandkids robots out of old car parts and electrical components. He was a fisherman. He taught us how to lure and catch crabs in the marsh near my grandparents' house. And when we went to the beach, he became an architect, leading us in sandcastle construction and digging holes the size of small lakes. The prized possession he left for my grandmother, who we call Mama, was a rose dipped and completely covered in solid gold.
You know how he was always experimenting with things?
Yeah.
He was fascinated with gold plating for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a show and they were selling those. He thought they were gorgeous and he bought me one. And then he said, I'm going to learn how to do that. And so then he began playing with, he'd buy gold and he'd melt it and he'd coat things. And
he was, in my eyes, a real-life wizard. Like any man, he wasn't perfect. He was a bit quiet, sometimes even gruff. My siblings and cousins know that well. But I believe that the best way to honor someone is to take the knowledge that they passed on to you and to pass it on to other people. So to answer the question, what is this channel about? I didn't necessarily start this way, but I think my goal has become to follow in my grandfather's footsteps. I want to learn all that I can in life, but I'll use this channel to discuss tech, electronics, and computers. One of my favorite hobbies is to tinker, especially with these things, and I want to share what I learn with an audience. I hope you'll join me on this journey because the more people we have, the more we can learn. Even if it's just one video at a time, maybe we can learn enough so that one day we'll all be, in our own way, wizards like Papa. Thanks for watching and check out the videos below.